Open the capsule. From the late 19th century, the movement for environmental protection began in America. Active figures like Thoreau started to pay attention to the relationship between people and nature, the very environmental link with our physiological system through the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat. In his published book, Well Done, he encouraged people to embrace life within the nature so that our bodies could integrate with the space by which we were encompassed. This might be the first time that awareness for the connection between human body and the environment was mentioned. Although it was simple and somewhat poetic, it did reflect the essential body-environment relationship that human body is nothing but one of the numerous stops for the material circulation. But it wasn't until the 1960s that this essence became obviously perceivable. By sealing 4 astronauts as subject to test an artificial environment, we first realized how close human and environment could be. Their bodies and the physical environment were like 2 juxtaposed systems, and the ingestion and excretion was the exchanging matter circling through these systems in fixed sequence. All of a sudden, the bodies was not important anymore. The circulating matter became the protagonist. The bodies were just vessels. The interior physiology system of their body firmly connected to the exterior system, which was the capsule. Actually, this was never a novel relationship, but the primordial structure for this universe. Megasystem and macrosystem, including and constituting each other, interconnected by exchange of matter. Sadly, the enclosed experiment failed. All the subjects end up contaminating by their own metabolites. But this is also set up an alert. How integrated should we be with the environment? In this case, all the 4 persons were highly integrated with a sub-environment which was totally independent from the outside. The role of humans' inner system became more significant once the outer system was considerably smaller. Since their body was just part of the stop that all the matters had to go through for a complete circulation, sometimes the inner system had to take up part of the purification process by contaminating themselves. Unless the outer system was 100% foolproof, which was almost impossible. Urine and excrement were easily to collect, but the floating dander and hair could easily escape collection and end up jeopardizing the whole system, both their body system and the exterior system. This is why we have the sick building syndrome. Sometimes the buildings in which complaints of ill health are more common than might reasonably be expected. And the reason could be multiple. Varies from cigarette smoking to bacteria in the air. But one basic premise is that the building became one sealed environment, which considerably separated from the outside, and thus creating a vulnerable small system where our body system had to take up part of the purification job. Although the reason for exploring replicable campus containing inhabitable environment is obviously where we reach the topic of sending astronauts into the universe. This obsession in replicating them in daily life makes limited sense. That is why the Gremlin's integrated household system, although it was totally scientific and environmental friendly, never gains its popularity. Because that is only making our physiological system more vulnerable by creating a closed system while shutting down every possibility for us to connect with our more diverse and endurable system. In this sense, the only rational approach is to open up the small capsules, integrating as much as we could with the biggest system we could find, the ecological system of the Earth. For human, we create more open system that allows diverse influence to take place. So our bodily physiological system will become less vulnerable within the environment. For architecture, we encourage multiple access to the exterior system.